Hi there, it's Alana, and I'm going to keep continuing on with the Chapter 5 videos. So we have just learned the addition rule for disjoint events, namely the probability of E or F is equal to the probability of E plus the probability of F, but only if E and F are disjoint, i.e. they have nothing in common. So when you look at the Wheel of Fortune wheel, as I have lovely drawing of here, it asks you what's the probability of landing on either a bankrupt or a lose a turn. Well, if you ever watch Wheel of Fortune, you know that you can't do both, right? So you're either going to be bankrupt or you're going to lose a turn. Okay, so that's going to be equal to the probability of bankrupt, if I could spell, plus the probability of lose a turn. Okay, so the probability of bankrupt is 2 out of 24, plus the probability of lose a turn is 1 out of 24, which equals 3 out of 24. That's your answer. You could, of course, find a decimal for that with your calculator with Excel. Pick your favorite poison. There you go. All right, so that's that one. Notice again that that rule worked only because they're disjoint. You can't land on both bankrupt and lose a turn at the same time. Now, what if they weren't disjoint? Now, I already filled this in. Sorry, I've actually made this video twice, but the video program I'm using keeps dying on me. So I have here event E rolling an even number. Event F is rolling a number greater than 5, and this is a 10-sided die, which I showed you in one of the previous videos. Okay, so E is rolling an even number. So that's this ring right here, right there. And that's the numbers 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now, why are 6 and 8 over here and 0, 2, 4 over here? Well, we'll get to that. Hold on. Because the F side of the house, this ring over here, is all the numbers greater than 5. Well, greater than 5 means 6, 7, 8, 9. See? 6, 7, 8, 9. But the issue with that is that 6 and 8 are even numbers, but they're also greater than 5, right? So they're in what's called the overlap. They're where the two rings intersect. So those two numbers are both even and greater than 5. So in this case, these events E and F are not disjoint, right? They have an overlap. They have an intersection, namely 6 and 8. Okay, so how is that going to change things? Well, let's see here. What's the probability of E? The probability of E is equal to 5 out of 10. That hasn't changed. There's still 5 sides out of 10, and you could reduce it to a decimal if you like, whatever. Okay, now what about the probability of F? Well, if you look at the right-hand side, there's 4 numbers over there, right? There's 6, 8, 7, and 9. So that means 4 out of 10. Now, what about the probability of E and F, i.e. the two of them put together? Well, that's the overlap, right? So E and F would be 2 out of 10. You don't need a complicated formula to figure it out for this particular example, but you can see it. It's right there in the center. There's 2 numbers there out of 10 total, and 10 because it's a 10-sided die. All right, so that leads us to what about the probability of E or F? Okay, that's these 5 numbers and these 2 numbers put together, and that would make 7, right? Another way you can see it is that there's 10 numbers total, and there's 3 numbers out here that are outside of the mix, right? E or F is basically everything that's in these rings. Now, the fancy way to do it is using a formula called the general multiplication, or excuse me, addition rule, not multiplication, addition. That's what happens when you type and work at the same time. Okay, so it's the probability of E plus the probability of F. I mean, that's what we want to think, right? Because that's what it was before. Okay, and if it is true that, then that would be 5 out of 10. Whoopsie. 5 out of 10, thank you. Plus 4 out of 10, right? See, the left-hand ring was 5, the right-hand ring was 4. But the problem is that gives us too many, right? That's 9. There's not 9 in there. Well, the problem is we've counted 6 and 8 twice. So you subtract the 2 out of 10 in the overlap, and then you've got it. It's 7 out of 10. Now, I know you don't need that big, long formula for this problem, but it's a formula you'll need later on, and there it is written out, the general addition rule. All right, I'll pick up here next time.